All right, let's talk about today's topic, how to push through and break through a plateau, because bunnies progress, we don't plateau. Okay, so that is what we're going to talk about today. The only thing that's plateaued is a mindset. That's why I hate the word plateau, because they really don't exist. In your head, they exist. So I made a top 10 list of how to break through a plateau, how to break through stagnation, how to start revving up your weight loss. Are we ready? Number one, don't say anything you don't want to be true. Don't say anything you don't want to be true. Don't say, I'm in a plateau or I'm stuck. If you say I'm stuck, you will be stuck. What happens is if you say you're stuck, you end up having a weight loss day and then having like a couple more bites because you're like, I'm stuck anyway. What's the point? You literally create your own reality when it doesn't really need to be created at all. Okay? So that is really important. You have to say, and I want you guys to repeat after me, my body loves losing weight. I love losing weight. Can I hear you all say it in your heads or out loud? Your body doesn't plateau. Only your mindset does. Okay, so we really need, you gotta take a step back and realize what your mindset is telling you. What's the conversation you're having in your head? Are you having a conversation of I'm stuck, I'm plateau, what's the point, screw it? Or are you having in your head, I got this, I can do this, I'm gonna put it in my calendar, I know I can get it, I know I can see the 0.5 down tomorrow. It's the conversation you have in your head is going to steer the ship, okay? And every time I speak to someone who's gaining weight or staying the same, it's because they're telling me, I'm gaining weight, I keep gaining weight, I keep staying the same. So if you're telling me that, that means that's what's on your head. That's what's in your mind. So we really need to, as always, change the conversation, change the story, change the mindset. Okay, and start saying, I love losing weight. I can lose weight. I'm going to lose weight. I love it. My body loves it. I'm designed for it. Here I go. Okay, that's one. The second is there are no real plateaus. Some days it's going up and some days it's going down. Correct? A lot of weight loss programs that say, go on the scale once a week, people get really discouraged because they're like, it's the same week to week. Why am I even doing this damn thing? But if you go on every day, you realize, and you take a step back and you look at your journal and your tracker, you then realize that maybe Monday to Friday, you're losing a pound, and then Friday to Sunday, you're gaining a pound. So yeah, week to week, you're staying the same. But if you take a step back, you realize, there's actually a lot of good footage and information within all of that. So you have to note the difference and note any differences of what's happening on the days you gain versus the day you lose. Of course, some days you're going to gain 0.2 ounces with no explanation and you're going to be like, but try not to get too dramatic about it. Try to look at it more systematically and sensibly and look at a month of tracking and see what works on a general basis for you on days you're losing versus days you're gaining. Number 3, the third thing that we have to do in order to break through these nasty plateaus or whatever you want to call them is chill with the impulse for a quick fix. This is big. This is huge. That at this stage, when you might stay the same weight for a month, that's when everyone's like, maybe I should go paleo. Maybe I should do Whole30. Maybe I should do this extreme. In terms of eating and your weight loss, let's just go back to what worked for you. And nice, good pieces of grilled chicken, a piece of salmon when you're out at a restaurant, like Greek yogurt for breakfast. These things have been working really, really well for you. So let's not start writing a brand new story. Okay? This is what happens. This is what happens. This is why this is point number 3. Point number 3 is chill with the impulse for a quick fix and something new. This is the time where you all are like, maybe 2B mindset's not working for me. Maybe I got to try that thing that my neighbor's doing. Maybe I got to try that. Maybe I should really go back to this thing I did 5 years ago. No. The 2B mindset's your program. It's your program. You literally wrote the program. I'm helping you with guidelines, but you wrote the book. You have such tracked evidence of how you lose weight successfully. Why would you then go and start someone's brand new thing? So I understand when you're not seeing weight loss results for a week, 2 weeks, a month, you get this overwhelming sense that just screw it, just everything's gone. But you got to take a step back and realize, who's it? Who are you screwing? What's the quick fix? The quick fix is you. The quick fix is you. Okay? And you can do this. So a lot of times it's really just changing the mindset, saying, I can do this. I got to rein it in. But you all have lost weight successfully. So rather than add in 1,000 new things, why don't you just take a step back and start looking at your tracker, looking at your history, looking at what's worked for you, because this is really going to blow your mind. But what worked for you from 190 to 180 will probably be the same thing that's going to help you from 180 to 170. It's usually the same type of formulas that work for every single person. Okay? So that brings me to step 4. Number 4 is identify what's changed. Usually, if you were losing weight, like 10 pounds a month, 10 pounds a month, 10 pounds a month, you were losing a lot of weight and all of a sudden it's staying the same a month, what's changed? Something's changed. You're saying the scale stopped changing. If the scale stopped changing, it's because something else is changing. Okay? So we have to identify what that is. Food is everything, my friends. Exercise, like this, all extra credit. Got to get the eating on point. Because if the eating's not on point, the scale's not going to go down. Okay? And we want that scale to go down. Whether we've convinced ourselves this past month otherwise, we want the scale to go down. When the scale goes down, we feel progress. And progress is happiness. We got to get that progress, okay? Identify what's changed. Maybe you haven't been writing on the Facebook group as much, and you need to be starting to write to the group more often. Maybe you got too into the journal writing your feelings and not enough about your actual food. Maybe in your tracker you started putting in chicken, rice, cut up watermelon, and not one peach, one burger, one, and a lot of times that's it. So we got to bring back that awareness and that sense of self and well-being, that we're not relying so much on workouts and other people's food and restaurants, but like kind of finding ourselves back. And when you find yourself back, that scale just drops. I'm telling you from personal experience, I lost 4 pounds in the past week and a half when I saw my highest weight after I had to a lot of holidays, a lot of nonsense, a lot of silliness. I was like, enough is enough. And one of the things that I identified was too many family restaurants. And I'll tell you, a lot of people in my family have kids. So when you have kids, you don't want to go out to dinner till 8 p.m. because you want to be able to do bath time and bedtime, and you don't want to go out to afterwards. So I was going out to all these dinners so late at night. So when it came to going out last night with my family for my birthday, my family said, we want to take you out to a restaurant. I said, no, absolutely not. It's my birthday and I'm not doing another late night restaurant. I said, let's go to a comedy club. So for the same price that we would have spent at a restaurant, maybe even cheaper, instead of going to a restaurant till 11 p.m., I made my own dinner. And then for the 2-drink minimum, I had seltzer and lime, and my family got to laugh together and enjoy and bond beautifully without a ridiculous bill and yuckiness the next day. Identify what's changed. Number 5. I love number 5. Number 5 is bring back tricks. Let me explain. A lot of times a client will tell me a trick that they found, okay? A little trick. So I don't know if this applies to anyone, and I don't know if you guys can relate, but I work with a woman who's Jewish Orthodox. And Jewish Orthodox don't combine meat and milk. It's like the principle of kosher, of holding kosher. They don't combine meat and milk. So she was about to make cheesy pizza for her daughter, so she decided to have a slice of turkey first, because that would mean that you can't have pizza. And it's so funny. She was like, I know that's so silly. I shouldn't have to do that. And I go, Are you joking? That's a great trick. If that's something that turns the off button on you eating mindless, silly pizza late at night that you don't need or want, then that works for you. Okay? Everyone has little bits and tricks, whether it be like a flavor enhancer in your water to drink more water, or a salad dressing that works for you, or one specific restaurant that you want to steer everyone to because you know you can lose weight there, or walking after your meals, or like ordering those fiber brownies to make sure you have every morning for breakfast, or it's Shakeology. Whatever your little trick is, get it. You want to know a trick for losing weight? Being dinner and done. So don't like beat yourself up for needing a sign on your fridge that says dinner and done. Like whatever trick works for you, works for you. A trick is having a sign on the fridge that says, if you're not hungry, it's not in here, okay? A trick is clearing space off in your bedroom to work from there. We all have tricks to lose weight. You have them. They're written in your tracker. And anytime you have one, write it down so you know it for the future, okay? Number 6 is cut the silliness, okay? So sometimes we just gotta like cut the silliness because the pics, the tastes, the treats here and there, they're the things that make a difference between weight loss mode and weight maintenance mode or weight gain mode, okay? We gotta push into the next 10 pounds, push into the next weight drop. We are all ready to drop the next weight. And if you're convincing yourself that you're doing everything the same and you're gaining weight or staying the same for over a week and you cannot figure it out, let's get real. Let's stop blaming the scale. Let's stop blaming to be mindset. Let's start like looking at the tracker, looking at your notes, looking in the mirror, talking to yourself, maybe talking to another bunny, another coach, someone else to help you figure that out. Really get clear. The picks, the tweaks, the bites, the nips, the taste, the this, the that, that's the difference between weight loss mode and weight maintenance mode. Okay? You want to start losing weight because you love losing weight and you want to lose weight? Number 6 is cut the silliness. Okay? Number 7, understand it's going to take a push. It's going to take a push. Let me explain. Every time this is just how habits work, okay? So let's say you were losing weight, everything was good, you were so focused, so on track, and you were just dropping those pounds. And then all of a sudden, at work, there's now silly foods at work, or silly restaurant foods, or someone's tempting you with foods. The first time you say yes to just one cookie, just one fry, just, a bite of that croissant, just, a taste of that little thing, just, one slice of pizza. The first time you say yes to it, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. And then the next day it only goes up 0.2. So you're like, maybe it's not the end of the world. And so when you have that, it just makes it more okay the next time to have, just another bite. And so the next time you see that same cookie and the french fry and the pizza, it makes it more okay to have it the next time. When you're gaining weight or staying the same weight, it's because you've probably been on this and you're like, I feel okay, so I don't understand what the scale's doing. You got to get clear that you've kind of made a lot of things okay all of a sudden. So in order to go back to, I'm on track, I want to focus on what I need, it's a little harder. It takes a push. Because if you've been saying, a little bite or a little taste or this and this and this and that for long enough, to go back to no BS, I'm on it, I really want to track and get going in the right direction, the first time is going to feel a little uncomfortable. But just know that the first time you say, no thanks, I'm good, it then makes it easier the next time to say, no thanks, I'm good. And then easier the next time to be like, I got this. I've just lost 5 pounds in the past 2 weeks. So I'm really, really good. So when you're going to make this jump, it takes a jump. It takes a little effort. To go from weight maintenance mode all of a sudden to weight loss mode is going to feel like it's going to take effort. But the more effort you put in, the more effortless it gets later on. So I want you to know that when you're looking at a month as a month that you did not lose weight, or you maybe even gained a pound or two, or maybe you only lost 1 or 2 when you wanted to lose more, know that you want to crank it into gear, which I know we're all about to do. It's gonna take a push. It's gonna take effort. It will eventually feel effortless, but at first it's gonna take some effort, and that's okay. That's awesome. That is awesome, because the first 2 days it might suck and feel harder or more time consuming, but by day 3 and 4 and 5, when you start seeing those results, you're gonna remember how good it feels to see progress. Hard work always pays off, okay? Let's get to 8. Number 8 is we love to go back to what we love. We all love to go back and revert to things that we know and love. And we just kind of went back too far, per se, and maybe started trying more pizza, cookies, all these things that were like, I used to love it, I used to love it. We got to remember that we love taking tomato sauce and cheese, putting it on a huge bowl of shredded zucchini noodles, getting the taste and feel of pizza while still losing a lot of weight. That's what we really loved, okay? So number 8 is remember what we really love, and don't start convincing yourself that you love all these things that are making you gain weight, see weight gain, not see weight loss, which like you don't love at all. So we got to remember we love losing weight a lot. And if you forgot, push yourself for this next week. Do everything you know helps you lose weight. And at the end of the week, when you're down 2 pounds, let me know if you feel differently. Number 9 is start now. Start now. If it's later in the day by you, be dinner and done, and you could already see weight loss tomorrow. If it's earlier in the day by you, focus on what you need dinner to be and the end of the water to be to see weight loss tomorrow. The whole starting on Monday thing is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Let me explain. If you have a deadline for work, you say like, oh, I'll start, hey boss, I'll start it next month. It's like, no, you're starting it today. Would you ever say, I really need to shower, but I'm going to wait till next week? I don't understand. It makes no sense. Would you ever say, oh man, I've really been ignoring my kids. I've really been an unattentive mom. I'll wait till Monday. I'll wait till Monday to be a more attentive mom. Or like, I've been seriously ignoring, my spouse and treating him or her badly. I'll wait till next month to be, to find my way into being a better wife or a girlfriend or thing. What? That's so silly. It's like, oh, I've been meaning to tell my mom how much I love her. I'll wait till next month. What the heck? I don't understand the I'll start on Monday concept. That is one thing I never understood. It makes no sense. Maybe it's you need a daily scale and you need to go on the scale daily to know that you can always start tomorrow. You can always start now. So I think it's when like past diet programs made it more like, like so much of an effort or so much this, or you've got to wait till the meal delivery system comes and shows up at your door that like makes people like, oh, I'll start it then and then and then. No. The To Be mindset is, what do you want to be tomorrow? What do you want to be tonight? How can you rein this in so you can see a 0.2 weight loss tomorrow? Everyone can see a 0.2 weight loss in a day. Everyone. So there's never a reason to justify it waiting, because just writing deeper and drinking more water and hopping on a scale can help you lose a tremendous amount of weight. And none of those things take any time, effort, you going anywhere or doing anything. So you can always start today. Okay? And number 10 is know that you can do this. Trust yourself. Give yourself a little more credit. Give yourself more credit. Why is To Be mindset different than any other weight loss program? It literally is you steering the wheel. It's you going on you don't have to show up somewhere once a week to hop on a scale. You don't have to wait for to travel somewhere to know if things are going well or not. You're totally in control. The To Be mindset puts you 100% in control. I have you tips and guidelines and tools and encouragement and support, of course. But you're completely in control and you got this. And you've lost weight doing it. So there's no reason to get impulsive or distraught or disturbed or frustrated. You gotta trust you. You gotta trust the process. You gotta remember that you can do this. Okay? So that might take you going to the grocery store tonight. That might take you going back to making your veggie bags on Sunday for the week. That might take you setting 30 minutes aside to plan your food for the week. That might take you being a little bit journaling and tracking your food throughout the day and not just at the end of the day. That might take you making sure that you sleep more, because you realize that when you sleep at least 6 hours, you get more weight loss. That might take you refilling your water bottle more. That might take you buying a more expensive salad dressing or tea to help you lose weight. That might take you ordering steamed vegetables from the restaurant instead of the grilled and broiled and something else. That might take you eating pre-measured 100-calorie packs and not just going into a huge bag of food. Whatever it takes, you can do this. And you got to always remember that you can. So that's what this talk is about. I really hope this helps, because plateaus and being stuck, it only happens if you tell itself it's happening and you settle into it and you let yourself trail into those behaviors and habits. But it's not real if you don't make it real. So yeah, it might take a push, but all good things start with a little push.